Imagine living in a world where shadows have a life of their own. A world where shadowy figures lurk in your peripheral vision, only to disappear when you turn to face them. In the vast expanse of human experience and understanding, there are phenomena that defy explanation, that challenge the boundaries of what we accept as reality. Among these enigmatic occurrences are the sightings of so-called shadow people. These are not your ordinary shadows cast by objects or people. They are shadowy figures, often humanoid in form, that appear and vanish in a blink of an eye. Shadow people are elusive, seemingly aware of our presence, and are known to swiftly move out of sight when we attempt to look at them directly. They're often spotted in the corner of one's eye, their presence felt more than seen, and while some sightings are fleeting, mere moments in time, there are instances where these encounters last much longer, leaving the witness to question the very fabric of their reality. The mystery surrounding these shadow entities is as profound as it is unsettling. They have been a topic of intrigue and speculation for centuries, with countless theories attempting to explain their existence. From the supernatural to the scientific, from interdimensional beings to optical illusions, the explanations are as varied as the experiences themselves. However, the question remains, what are these shadowy figures? Are they simply tricks of light and eye? Or could they be evidence of a world beyond our vision, one that exists on the fringe of our reality? In our quest for understanding, it's important to remember that not all shadows are simply the absence of light. Sometimes they might be something more, something that challenges our perception of the world around us. So, the next time you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, take a moment. Could it be your mind playing tricks? Or might you have just had a brush with the mysterious shadow people? This is the enigmatic world of shadow people, figures from the fringe of our reality. Shadow people aren't a modern phenomenon. They've been haunting humanity's peripheral vision for centuries. Let's take a look back in time to when the first whispers of these elusive beings began to surface. In the annals of ancient history, shadowy figures have been ever present, dancing on the fringes of human consciousness. The ancient Greeks, for example, had the concept of shades, the dark spirits of the underworld, dwelling in Hades, a realm of shadows and darkness. These shades were not evil per se, but their spectral, shadowy existence was a stark reminder of mortality and the afterlife. On the other side of the world, Native American tribes have their own tales of shadow people. They call them ghost people or shadow walkers. These entities are believed to live in the spirit world and cross over into our world through the veil of darkness. Native American lore often describes these shadow beings as tricksters, but also as spiritual guides, indicating a complex and nuanced understanding of these enigmatic entities. In the East, there are references to shadow-like creatures in ancient Chinese folklore. They are often associated with dark yin energy, and are thought to be spirits caught between our world and the next. Across the globe, in the ancient cultures of Africa and Australia, there are stories of shadow beings, sometimes seen as ancestral spirits, or entities crossing between realms. These varied interpretations of shadow people across different cultures suggest a universal human experience. They may be perceived as eerie or comforting, malicious or benign. But one thing is clear: they are a global phenomenon, transcending cultural and geographical boundaries. Our journey through history reveals an intriguing pattern. Whether they are seen as spirits, tricksters, or interdimensional beings, These shadow figures have always been part of our collective consciousness. They've been etched into our folktales, our myths, and our deepest fears. From the beginning of recorded history, these spectral figures have always been with us, lurking in the shadows. So, what are these shadowy figures that seem to exist just beyond the corner of our eyes? The answer to this question is as elusive as the shadow people themselves. Theories abound, ranging from the scientific to the supernatural. Let's start with the scientific explanations. One popular theory is that these figures are simply optical illusions. Our eyes are not perfect, and sometimes they can play tricks on us. When light levels are low, or when we're tired or stressed, our brains can misinterpret what they see, creating the illusion of a shadowy figure. Another theory is that shadow people are hallucinations. Hallucinations can be caused by a variety of factors, including sleep deprivation, drugs, or certain medical conditions. In these cases, the shadow people we see are not real, but rather products of our own minds. Moving on to the paranormal theories, some believe that shadow people are spirits or ghosts. These theories suggest that these figures are the souls of the deceased, who are not at rest and continue to linger in our world. Others propose an even more fantastical explanation, that shadow people are interdimensional beings. According to this theory, there are multiple dimensions existing parallel to our own, and occasionally beings from these dimensions can cross over into ours. These beings, not fully visible in our dimension, appear to us as shadowy figures. Yet another theory suggests that shadow people are manifestations of negative energy. This theory posits that intense negative emotions or traumatic events can leave an imprint on the environment, which can sometimes take the form of a shadow person. In the end, the truth about shadow people remains a mystery. We may never know for certain what they are, where they come from, or why they appear to us, but one thing is for sure: they have captured our collective imagination, sparking curiosity and fear in equal measure. Whether they are tricks of the mind or visitors from another dimension, shadow people continue to mystify us. There's nothing quite like hearing about shadow people from those who have seen them. In the world of the unexplained and mysterious, personal experiences often hold a unique power. They can take the abstract and make it tangible, even if just for a moment. Today, we delve into the first-hand encounters of those who claim to have witnessed shadow people. One common thread that runs through these accounts is the feeling of being observed. Individuals often recount an unnerving sensation, a prickling awareness that they aren't alone. They turn around, and for a fleeting second, they catch sight of a humanoid figure, dark and indistinct. It's there, and then it's not, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. The stories also frequently feature the elusive and transient nature of these sightings. Shadow people don't tend to linger. They're like smoke, slipping away before you can get a good look. One moment, they're in the corner of your eye. The next, they're gone, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease and an insatiable curiosity. Many who have experienced these encounters often grapple with the reality of what they've seen. Was it a trick of the light, a figment of their imagination, or something more? Something that exists just beyond the veil of our understanding. Some individuals report a sense of malevolence from these shadowy figures, while others feel a neutral, almost indifferent presence. This spectrum of experiences adds another layer of complexity to the enigma of shadow people. Then there are those who recount seeing shadow people in their peripheral vision, only for the figures to disappear when they attempt to look at them directly. This characteristic aligns with the theory that shadow people might exist in a different frequency or dimension, visible only under specific circumstances. These first-hand accounts, while varied, share a common theme of transient, shadowy figures that seem to exist on the edge of perception, straddling the line between the seen and the unseen. These personal experiences bring us closer to understanding the elusive nature of shadow people. Living with the presence of shadow people can be an unnerving experience. The unseen, the unexplained, the mysterious, they all have a way of unsettling us, don't they? Yet, for those who've reported encounters with these elusive beings, life becomes a constant dance with the shadows. Many individuals who've glimpsed these shadowy figures describe feeling a heightened sense of awareness, a prickling sensation of being watched, even in seemingly ordinary spaces. It's like walking a tightrope between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. Yet, in spite of the anxiety and fear, they find ways to cope, to adapt, to continue living their lives with an added layer of mystery. Some turn to spiritual practices seeking solace in prayer, meditation, or protective rituals. Others find comfort in sharing their experiences, forming communities with those who've had similar encounters. These shared stories become a beacon of understanding in a sea of uncertainty, a testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of the extraordinary. And then there are those who embrace the unknown, channeling their experiences into a quest for knowledge. They delve into research, seeking to unravel the enigma of the shadow people. Paranormal investigators, psychologists, and even quantum physicists are drawn into this puzzle, each bringing their own perspective to the table. Their investigations are far from conclusive, yet each new theory, each shared experience, each scientific inquiry adds another piece to this intricate jigsaw puzzle. The shadow people, once confined to the edges of folklore and personal anecdotes, are slowly stepping into the light of scientific curiosity. The impact of these sightings on individuals is profound, reshaping their understanding of reality and challenging their perceptions of the world. Yet, it also sparks a flame of curiosity, a desire to understand the mysteries that lie beyond our everyday experiences. As we continue to explore the shadowy corners of our reality, who knows what we might discover next?